Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. Karen is here. We've made our liver and onions and I can't wait to taste it. But we're going to show you a recipe for some Amish sugar cookies too. And we're starting with...
And I know nothing about it. She's just making me do it.
Steve doesn't like sugar cookies.
No, Steve doesn't like sugar cookies.
Are they too plain? Is that the deal?
He likes chocolate chips, I guess.
Yeah, I like chocolate too. So if it's... Anyway, we're going to take 1 cup of soft butter, unsalted butter.
I don't buy anything that's unsalted.
Well, I buy salted because I like it like on our toast and that kind of stuff. But unsalted is what I use normally when I bake. I threw the trash bowl away. Just set it inside the sink right there and I'll get it in a minute. Okay, so and to that we're going to cream 1 cup of oil as well. So this is not a diet cookie.
Oh, okay. I love
butter and oil.
I love diet, undiet clothes things.
And
sugar?
1 cup of sugar right here in front of me. One cup of powdered sugar. And there's the measuring cup. Almost got too big of a measuring cup for that, didn't I?
Yep.
There you go, that's good enough. And she's going to cream those together. Now, I normally am wearing my powdered sugar.
What?
Wearing it.
Oh. I haven't. For some reason or other, I have glass.
I do. I have metal ones too, and I really like them, but they clang really bad. The egg is determined to escape.
I have a KitchenAid hand mixer that I really like, and I'll use it rather than my KitchenAid because it's too heavy.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I had a little Black & Decker one that I really liked, but it broke.
It died.
It died. So now I have Cuisinart. To that, she's going to beat in 2 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla.
I don't do eggs over the...
You know, when I taught students, that's what I would never let them break eggs over something because shell.
Too many shells.
Yeah. And I get kind of lazy about it and do it. Yeah. And a teaspoon of vanilla. This looks like Watkins vanilla. It's not.
I buy jars. I didn't wait for Christmas anyway.
Katie said the other day they were out of sugar. Or out of vanilla, so I gave her another container. Okay, now in another bowl, you're going to need that in a minute, but in another bowl we have 4.5 cups of flour, and to that there's baking soda, a teaspoon of soda, and a teaspoon of cream of tartar. She's going to mix those together with her spoon, and then she's going to add, in 3 additions, add it to her cream mixture.
She said.
Yes.
She told me.
And once we get this mixed up, you're going to have your oven at 375. You'll form it. Go ahead and form it into about. I like to do about tablespoon-sized balls and bake them 8 to 10 minutes. I know. I agree. That's why I'm normally wearing whatever it is that I'm mixing in. Damn paper towel, so you can wipe your arm off. I said damp. It sounded like I said something else. Okay, so vanilla beans, and what do you use as your alcohol base? Vodka. Because
it's the cheapest.
Yeah. Although Everclear works really well too.
Now what's that?
It is a clear alcohol, but it's like really strong. So it takes less time. I use bourbon sometimes too.
I prefer them.
Well, bourbon adds another flavor that vodka doesn't have. And Everclear doesn't have that flavor either. And do you have a particular vanilla bean you like Madagascar? Because I tried it with Madagascar, and then I've done some with Tahitian vanilla beans, and I think I like the Madagascar better.
Yeah. It's all expensive.
Yeah, it is. Vanilla beans are, and we order them on Amazon because you can't afford to buy them at the grocery store.
No.
Okay, so she's going to finish that up. We'll put them on our parchment covered cookie sheet, bake them 8 to 10 minutes, let them cool, and then we'll show you what they look like. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. We are doing some of our state recipes, and one of those we're going to do today is from Connecticut. We're going to make some stuffed mushrooms, crab stuffed mushrooms, and the theory is that they began in Italy, but every coastal state has its own version, and this just happens to be one that is a Connecticut version. And so I've already washed and stemmed my mushrooms. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that you just rinse them lightly and dry them as soon as you get them rinsed, because if you leave them wet too long, that's when they get rubbery. So you want to get them as dry as you can, as fast as you can. So those are ready to go. I also went ahead and shredded up about 1 pound of lump crab meat. I shredded about 1 1/4 cups of mozzarella. I crushed about 1 cup of seasoned croutons. I melted some butter, and I diced up about 2 tablespoons of red pepper. And I'm going to put my red pepper and my garlic, which I need about 3 tablespoons of garlic. that I'm going to saute in that 1 tablespoon of butter. So I'm just going to saute this until that red pepper is tender, and I'm going to go on medium-high. And at that point, I'm going to sprinkle in just a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Okay, my peppers are tender, the garlic smells wonderful. I want to sprinkle in just a little bit of Old Bay. Just a little bit more. And this is totally to taste, so you make a call on how much Old Bay you want. Okay, now we're done with the stove. I am preheating my oven to 375 because once I get these ready, they have to bake for 8 to 10 minutes, and then they're ready to go, and you want to serve them hot. So I'm going to add this to my crab meat that I've shredded up. And I want to add also my croutons. And about 1 cup, I want to reserve about a 1/4 cup of my cheese. So I want about 1 cup in here. But that's going to go on top after they're done. Then you're just going to mix this all up, and be careful because that mixture that you just did is still pretty warm. It cools down pretty fast when you get it in with the other ingredients. Okay. Some people will put egg in this recipe. Since it's from Connecticut, it just doesn't call for that. But they just use it as a binder for their crab meat mixture. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands really quickly. Just making sure all the crab meats mixed in. Okay. Next I'm gonna take, I've melted a little over a cup of butter, or excuse me, about 3/4 of a cup of butter. And I'm gonna brush my mushrooms all over with that butter that I've melted. And then I'm going to fill them. And then they'll be ready to bake. So I want to take my dried mushroom, brush it all over with butter. For all of them. And then take some of my filling and stuff it into that cavity. And you want to fill it just as full as you can without breaking your mushroom. Okay, so I'm just going to keep repeating by brushing my mushrooms, filling them, and then I'll bake them. And after they bake, we'll sprinkle that other 1/4 cup of mozzarella over the top. That's all there is to our Connecticut stuffed mushrooms. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.